Let's start streaming. Make sure. So we should be online any second now. And I should have proper bumpers up. We'll make that for next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go live.
All right, cool. Hey everyone, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com, and with me is Matt from Biff Band Pop in the middle of your screen, and on the right is Jason from downstab.com.
Hello.
So we are still on this Untitled video game show. One day we'll figure out a name, but this is the original crew from the Recurring Bosscast back from splitkick.com. It's been a long time. Really missed you guys.
Reunited and it feels so good.
And so, yeah, we just want to chat about video games and stuff. Informal show. I mean, we'll just chat whenever we have the time and whenever it's convenient for us. So it's going to be a rotating group of people as we go. But it's good to see you guys again.
Cool.
You too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's been going on with you guys? Let's start with Matt, because you weren't on the last one.
Yeah, well, I watched the last one, so I noticed. I found out about the hole in your wall. I found out about
it's covered now. It's covered now.
That's right. Yeah.
Hashtag with the North.
Is that why that's there?
That's right. Yeah, it's a good cover up, man. Very good. So it's good. So not a whole lot has changed. I moved. So I used to be in Hyde Park, which is downtown Toronto. Now I am in Bradford, which is farm country, much farther north.
Okay.
So the quality of living has improved, but the commute to work has definitely degraded. But yeah, things are good. I'm still writing for Biff Band Pop, still playing a lot of games, and really excited for the reunion here, for the podcast reunion.
Awesome. To get to work, what is your commute like? Like, where are you going to?
So I commute essentially down the 404. So Jason, this isn't going to make sense to you. So don't worry.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
All the 404. So the 404 to Don Mills and Eglinton. So I take the DVP and everything in the morning. So yeah, generally about an hour to an hour and a half each way.
Yeah, the DVP is like the worst highway in Toronto. I've heard a stat that the 401 is actually the busiest highway in the world, but it doesn't feel that way. At least the traffic is not as bad. Even at its worst, it's not DVP bad.
No, 100%. It is probably the worst highway ever. It's never good.
No,
I mean every day. If it's in traffic, it's normal. That's the problem, right? Like it's never clear.
Yeah, you're faster on a bicycle on the DVP.
You are, actually. If you got to the entrance of the DVP the same time I did in my car and you were on a bike, you'd make it.
Yeah.
Way faster than I would. Yeah.
There's a very similar highway here, the 101, which is, oh my God. It's always traffic, like you said, always traffic. And I feel like when they made it, they didn't expect it to be like as frequented, because exits are legit like 2 seconds and it's like, oh, better get off. And then if you don't get off, like you're going to stay on this stupid highway. And then there's always traffic collisions and people don't know where they're going, and it's just avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's the only way to get to like IKEA, so we have to go sometimes.
IKEA's so clutch.
I know, right?
Jason, what are you getting up to?
Man, we haven't done like anything. It's just been like work. Even like around the house, just cleaning up outside because it's starting to get nicer out, and I don't know, nothing really. So I was trying to stretch, and I collect amiibos now too.
Oh, okay.
You guys know what they are, right? And so I got this really nice find at our store. Someone returned it, so I bought this guy.
Whoa!
If you can see him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You'll see him on the stream, and it's like, oh my God, I was so happy. Because it's like discontinued, and I was like, this is going to be great. So Detective Pikachu is in the family. I was trying to put him up somewhere behind me, but I don't think there's room because there's too many freaking games back there.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu is massive compared to regular amiibos.
Oh, I should have had another one. Yeah, but he's like 4 times as big. And so I was like, I should have this 4 times as much as anything else.
Definitely.
So we got that. And then not really more life stuff, but just gaming in general. I was finally able to get a really good find on Craigslist maybe a week and a half ago. This guy normally goes to the flea market that we have, but he didn't put his stuff on the flea market. He went on Craigslist, and it was for 8 Sega Saturn games with a controller. And yeah, it's not bad. But what I really liked was one of the games was X-Men Children of the Atom, which is awesome. And like, it's not the greatest game ever, but the Saturn port is the best port of it. And one of my really early gameplay vids on my channel is actually of Children of the Atom for PS1, and it's like complete garbage. So I just need to set up my Saturn, and I'll do a comparison video to show the two. But I was happy, and there's other games on there too. It also had Fighters Megamix. Do you guys know what that one is, or no?
That's the like basically Sega Smash Bros. In Virtua Fighter, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. And it has every character from Virtua Fighter 2 and from Fighting Vipers, which is another fighting video game. But then it also has like ridiculous guest characters. Like the most famous one is the Hornet car from Daytona USA.
Oh,
is a
yeah,
playable
nice.
player. Yeah, and then there's other like random Sonic characters and people that you can be. So I'll have to try it out. I never played that one yet.
That's pretty sweet. I've got some retro stuff going on at my house too. Because I've moved into this house and I've got space for things, I've asked my brother if I can get back our Nintendo 64 and GameCube stuff. And so I went to the house and my brother's like, "Oh yeah, everything's downstairs, no prob." We find everything except, and like a couple of things are missing. So I've got all the games, I've got memory cards, I've got some of the N64 controllers. But then like the consoles are gone. And I'm like, where did these go? Like, I very vividly remember them being in this specific container. It's a clear container with a blue lid. I go to my parents' bedroom, and one of them is being used for laundry now, and the other one just has, like, tax documents, and I'm like, where the hell did the consoles go? And my brother looks, tears his room up, and he finds the GameCube controllers just collecting dust on the floor under his desk, which he didn't even remember were there. And then the Nintendo 64, the remaining Nintendo 64 controllers were in a bin in the basement that was completely different from the one that I remember putting it in. So I have everything except for a GameCube and a Nintendo 64 to play these things on. And it was actually kind of sad. Like, it made me think of, I mean, this is kind of a horrible analogy, but like someone goes missing and you find an arm and a leg and you just can't find like the head and the torso.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at right now. I'm going to have to look for a new Nintendo 64 and GameCube.
Aww.
It's unfortunate because they're not cheap anymore.
Yeah, no. I was about to say N64 is like the hot topic for collectors right now.
Yeah.
You got to get on that before it's crazy expensive.
Yeah. So things, I mean, like while we're talking about retro stuff, I was at Tilt last night. I don't know if you know what Tilt is, Jason or Matt?
I think I do.
It was the name of my local arcade, but I know that closed.
So yes, there is an
I don't think it's your local arcade, Jay.
There's an arcade in Toronto called Tilt. It kind of primarily focuses on pinball, but they do... Oh, let me try and do something super slick here. Oh, nope. That's the wrong button. All right, we'll get better at that next time. They've got pinball machines, they've got arcade machines, they've got a couple of booths with like home consoles, so you can play Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo as well. And they had a bunch of arcade machines, and one of the games we played was NBA Jam on the arcade. And
great game.
It is so fun. I totally forgot how fun that is to play in groups. It was the first time Steph really played it, and she got really into it. And yeah, she was killing it though. She hit some crazy dunks at the very end of the game. She hit a full court shot. It was a lot of fun. And then one of the other games, I don't have time to pull up video. Can I switch back to, is this just our heads now? I guess you'll see in a second.
Yeah.
Okay. The other game I played of note is Battlezone. I don't know if you guys remember that one. Vector graphics, you're in a tank.
Yeah, that's the tank
I
game,
do.
I think.
Yeah.
That game is a lot cooler than, I don't know, I think than people give it credit for. Let me pull up some video here now. So now I'm in this, and let me see, or tell me if you guys can see this video now.
Yeah, it looks like it's just you, though.
Oh, okay.
With a Street Fighter background.
Oh, crap. Oh, no. No, it should be Battlezone now.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yes,
yeah, that's what
I remember.
I remember playing this as a kid on the computer, and I've never seen the original arcade machine of this. So it's actually kind of weird because the controls don't entirely make sense to me. They're two joysticks, and both of them kind of turn left and right. So like tilting it up goes left and down goes right, and then you could like move forward or backward with a combination of the two sticks. So it didn't entirely make sense to me, but it was just like really cool to play this sort of 3D game like decades before it really had the technology to make this happen.
Right. Huh. I'm trying to see if I actually have that one on my blog. I don't know if I played that one. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I like vector graphics games are so cool.
They had asteroids at this arcade too, and
nice.
There's something different about that game that I didn't notice until I played the arcade machine of it. Is that there is a glow that comes out of that screen that looks completely different from any other game that I just think looks super cool. And I can't describe it here, and even without video, it's not going to show up right. But if you get to play it on an arcade machine and you kind of see kind of the light kind of exploding out of the lines a bit, it's a really neat effect.
I actually might have that one on my blog. I'll try to bring it up. I'll send a link. But yeah, it has that screen overlay, and then like the monsters on the right. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Very, very attractive when you see it in an arcade.
Matt, what have you been playing?
So, okay, keeping with the retro theme, I built a retro Pi, like an emulator.
Okay.
And so I've got it hooked up to the TV in the living room, and it's basically Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all these different retro consoles. Of course, I own every game that I have on there, but
yeah, we all do.
Yeah, of course. So Liza and I have been going back and playing through. So Thursday we beat Mario 3 without the whistles.
Whoa.
We got the whistles, but we played all of the levels. She was very adamant that we had to go through and play every level because she wants to see all the things she hasn't played in a while. And then so we beat that, and then we beat Contra a couple days ago.
No,
two-player Contra. No, not with. No, we put the code in for the extra line. But one thing, man, I'm telling you, like that game, I don't understand how anybody could beat that in real life. It's impossible.
Yeah, I feel like at my best go, I get like maybe I lose 10 lives in the first level.
Yeah,
and then like, how can you do this? So
it's insane. Things are set up for you to fail.
Yeah, right, exactly.
100%.
Yeah. That's probably why they did it, so you put more quarters in.
Exactly. Yeah.
Intentional failure.
Yeah, I've played enough Contra that I can get halfway through the game without dying.
Damn.
No, not even close. I'm not that good.
I can get halfway, but then after that, it's a complete bloodbath.
Yeah, right. Did you ever play like they did kind of a pseudo sequel on Xbox 360, that Hardcore Uprising?
Yes.
Did you play that one? I liked that game a lot. I thought it was cool how you could like RPG it and start out with like better weapons. That was my type of game, but it was still hard as hell.
Matt, have you seen Hardcore Uprising?
No, I haven't.
So it's actually
I do like the fact that you can RPG it though, because that's the worst part about Contra is getting 3/4 of the way through a level and then getting hit and then losing your weapon. And you're back to this little shooter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that still kind of happens if you like, get hit again, but at least you can start with something different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was fun. And I'm pretty sure it was 2-player. You could do online as well, I thought.
Yeah, I do have. It's backwards compatible on the Xbox One, so if you have an Xbox One, you can download that and play that. I've been meaning to stream that one again for a while because that game is really cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm trying to pull up some video now, so if you guys have other Contra-themed anecdotes, go for it. I should be... Okay, we should be back to... There we go. So I've got some video of the game going right now.
I see. Uprising, yeah.
Yeah, so...
yes.
Nice.
Like, it's anime Contra, it's got air dashing, it's got...
it's
crazy
it's
weapons,
like Contra meets
boxes.
Strider, yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that game was super fun. I think maybe I beat it once, but I think then you get like a different difficulty. I think it's called like hardcore mode, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So,
it looks great.
Fun game. Yeah, it's cool.
And you have life bars and stuff, and they get bigger over time, and all that type of stuff. So
worth it.
It's interesting to see that in the upgraded graphic style, because one of the things I found about Contra is just that like stuff blends into the background, like bullets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's 8-bit, right? So and the bullets are sometimes the same color as the background, or things that are coming at you blend in and you don't even see them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this game's stupid hard.
Yeah. I think I've only ever played Contra and then this one. I never played any of the other ones.
Oh man.
No,
I beat Super Contra on the NES Classic when that came out. And Contra 3 is fantastic. If you have not played that one, you have a SNES Classic.
I've heard that's what everyone says. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
game's
SNES.
phenomenal. And it's on there right now, so definitely play that.
For
Matt,
sure.
you've been playing anything else besides our topic of the week?
So I've been kind of going back through a couple of my Steam library games, and I played a bit of Dragon Age Inquisition. So I played a bunch of the Dragon Age games. I played the first two, or three? No, two. Enjoyed them a lot. And then I started Inquisition probably about 3 times. Never got into it, and I don't know why. So this time I started it again, got into it, sort of figured out the system, and gave it a try. And I'm about, I would say, about 3/4 of the way through it now, and I like it. It's pretty good. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, and I constantly find more stuff as I go through. But I think the problem that I have specifically with that series now is that I'm comparing everything to The Witcher 3.
And it just fails in comparison.
Yeah, there's nothing like it, right?
Yeah.
So I beat Witcher 3, and that's phenomenal. Like, it got to a point where there was still so much to do that I just kind of had to call it. I was just, I'm done. I can't do any more in this game. I put so much of my time into it, but I mean, just phenomenal. And I played it on PC as well, so graphically unbelievable. But yeah, just the scope of that game is wild. But yeah, in terms of Dragon Age, I enjoyed it. Even after playing The Witcher 3, there's definitely a lot of substance there. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's the problem, is I just compare every open world RPG now to either The Witcher 3 or Skyrim, and nothing really compares to those. So.
No, it's true. That's the new meme in the community as well. It's not The Witcher 3, and then you just don't play it.
Yeah.
I've made a conscious effort to clear out all my pile of shame games, or it's just like, realistically, I'm never going to play this game. I'm just going to sell it. But the one game that I still have that I think it's still sealed is The Witcher 3.
Ooh.
Let me just check here.
You need to play it.
I think it's still in the plastic too. Yeah. So it's this one with the bonus content. You guys can't see it. You'll see it on the stream in a sec. It's still in the plastic. And I keep telling myself I'm going to play this someday, and I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah. I've actually never played The Witcher 3 myself, but Laura's played for several hours, so I should get into it. I just when there's games like that and games that I know are going to be good, like Fortnite or something, I tend to not want to play them because I know I'm just going to play them for the rest of my life. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's Overwatch right now, so I don't need 2 of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Jet, you should definitely get into it.
Okay.
But I mean, get ready, because there's so much to do, and it's
Tell
so
Steph,
overwhelming.
be like, I'll see you in a couple months.
Yeah. You'll look like The Witcher when you're done. Big gray beard.
You lose an eye.
Gray hair.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything else you've been playing, Matt?
That's pretty much it for me right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jason, how about you? What have you been up to?
So still playing Overwatch. Really, haven't really started much of anything new. Just kind of dabbled in things here and there. But I guess the only real highlight is I started to play some games for a stream.
Okay.
So going retro. So I have it set up now. Finally.
Awesome.
Finally took forever.
Nice.
And only one I got so far was Gex. If you remember Gex from 25 years ago, Crystal Dynamics, and he was like the sassy
16-bit one.
Yeah, it's on the PlayStation 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But he was like, does all the movie references and like nerdy things. Anyways, I played that guy for like an hour and a half. It's still really hard. But you know what? To be 100% honest, that game is not that bad. Like even right now, like you can tell like the mechanics are there. Visually it's kind of lacking, obviously, but everything is really good. And like when I wanted to be like, oh, I should be able to yeah, exactly. Like I should be able to jump on this thing and like, attach on this wall, and like you can do that. And like in terms of game design, it's pretty rock solid. But that being said, I've only played the first one, which is what you're showing right now.
Okay.
I've never played any of the sequels. I have them, I just haven't gotten on them, but I heard they're all pretty good. So I mean, if you like older PS1 adventure games, there you go.
So
He reminds me of the Geico lizard.
Yeah, this is his first job, actually.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
They hired him, and then he never went back to it. So
Yeah.
yeah, go on.
No, I've never played this, but Steph, what's it called? As part of moving in with Steph, She brought her PS1, so I guess this is something I could check out at some point.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad. It's on like every conceivable system from the time. But I guess more personal story. It's one of like the first games I remember playing on PC because my parents, when we got a computer, they knew like, oh, me and my brothers like games, and this was one of the random ones they bought.
Okay,
and it's pretty cool. I mean, still ingrained in my head is like the opening cinematic and like what he says about like the main bad guy and all like the stupid jokes between levels. Like, it's bad. I'll reference it. I reference it in the stream, and then you can watch it later. I'll make a video for it. Anyways, I was gonna say too, I got inspired to play because of the recently announced the Spyro collection they're gonna do, like Reignited or whatever.
Yep.
And so I was comparing that one with Crash, and I was just thinking like, what are the other forgotten mascots of the PS1? So we'll start with Gex. We'll try to play some more next Tuesday, so you can see more random PS1 mascots who didn't quite make it.
Awesome. The first PC game I ever remember really getting into was MS-DOS Jeopardy. And I played that game so much to the point where I just memorized all of the answers, and I just crushed the computer every time.
I remember playing Jeopardy on the NES with my cousins, and first off, that's so dumb. But
yeah, how do you enter it?
Yeah, you have to like type in things. So when like someone types it in and they type it in wrong, you'd be like, ha ha ha, just type it in correctly. Yeah, we played it when we were like 20s, so we were much older than the anticipated audience. But we noticed that the game must like recognize random letters as like being correct, so it gives you some leeway to like spell wrong. Because like there was a random answer, and like my cousin typed in the question and he said like what is, and just put gibberish. They counted it right. So what? I don't know. Yeah, no, it was like what is, and he was like XYZ ABC or something like that, and then it was correct. So we're like, oh, okay, I guess.
Interesting.
But, yeah, that's my experience.
Now, my first PC games were the ones that I really got into were a buddy of mine next door had a better computer than I did, and we got into the Indiana Jones games, like the old LucasArts games. Yeah. And Fate of Atlantis, I think, was the one that
I've always heard good things. Yeah.
It's really good. I actually got it's a VMware, like a Scumware emulator on this RetroPie that I built, and one of the games you can get some of those LucasArts games for the old ones, like that one. You can get Monkey Island, which are also really, really good. But specifically going back to playing Indiana Jones and Fate of Atlantis, I remember starting it and going, yeah, this is why I like this game. I love it. It's like it's one of those use this with this, and it's like, oh, you can't do that. That's a dumb idea.
Yeah, they like ridicule you. Yeah, exactly.
It's good stuff.
Man, reminiscing. I remember one of my first PC games too was also an adventure game, but it was Pink Panther: The Passport to Peril. So it was definitely for kids, but like that game was really cool. And like, I did you play it too or no?
I've played it, yeah.
Oh, see, nice. And I remember there's like the songs were really catchy, and I could still get them in my head. And like I just felt so smart when like you'd have to use like the fire poker. Like, oh yeah, obviously you could poke the fire or the logs, but then you needed to like use it to reach like a light switch up on the very top of the ceiling. I was like, yes, this is good gaming.
That's right. Yeah. I think the purpose of it was like it was to teach kids about geography or something.
Yeah, because everyone was very like cultured and from around the world, and then being replaced with like robots or something. I don't know. So yeah, it was. It's been
a while. I don't really remember, but
yeah, exactly.
Geography being a thing.
Exactly. That's why I know who Guy Fawkes is. I know where Bhutan is because of that game. I'm not even lying. That game has taught me those things. So. That was great.
Yeah, my geography PC game of choice was always Carmen Sandiego.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, I don't think I played that. I know who she is, but I never played it.
Oh my god!
I watched the show. Never played the game. Never played the game. Whoa, calm down.
Oh no, it's impossible.
Bring it up. Let me see it.
I have no idea how you haven't played any of the Carmen Sandiego games. Oh, you've caught me like flat-footed here. I don't have because the interface.
They're making a movie about it now.
Yeah, I read about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and the girl from Jane the Virgin is starring as Carmen Sandiego, which I think is a pretty good choice.
Yeah, great actress.
Man, I'm not gonna be able to pull this up quickly. It's
I hope that the burglars in the movie are reminiscent of the ones they had in the game with the striped clothes and the
jackets. Wait, so what are these games? What kind of games are they?
Oh, here we go. It's kind of like a point and click adventure, and you'll get clues. Oh man, I gotta put that volume down. I don't know if you heard that.
No, you're kind of cutting out.
Okay. let me go full screen here and then flip it. So, yeah, you go from place to place and you interview people, and they give you clues on where she is next, and or whoever the villain is, because I think it's a random villain each time, and on the odd occasion, it's actually Carmen Sandiego.
That's right.
Ooh.
And each villain has a very distinct characteristic set. So it's like they either have an eye patch, or they have a favorite color or something, and then each of the people that you interview in the cities gives you a description of the burglar, or they give you a description of so the person will leave and they'll say he went to a country with a flag that has yellow and green on it. So then you say, oh, it must be Brazil. So then you go to Brazil and you try to find it. Yeah.
Huh.
And if you make too many mistakes, they run away and then you lose.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds. Yeah, I mean that sounds cool. It sounds very similar to this one we randomly had on the PCs at school. It was the same idea. You need to interview, find out who done it, but it was all set in a play. Like you're trying to catch someone in an opera. But for some reason, everyone was a robot, and not like in disguise robots, but obviously a robot with one wheel for a foot. And I remember, and it was funny because you could jump right to accusing. And there's only 10 people, so you could just guess within 10 seconds and just, oh, you got me. And yeah, it was still a fun game. If you actually played it, it was good.
All right, cool. All right, we're going to move off of retro PC gaming discussion, and let's go to our topic of the week, which is God of War. Recently came out, critically acclaimed. Review scores are ridiculous for this game, and I don't know if you guys have. Well, I know Matt, you've been playing it.
No, I haven't actually.
I'm the only. No. We're doing a show about God of War, and I'm the only person that's played this game.
I've also not played it.
Oh man, mistakes were made. I probably should have picked a different category.
No.
It's all good. It's all good. I have seen a lot of reviews and stuff on it, and I've got a couple of friends who have been playing it religiously, now including you. So.
Yeah, right. I would have bought it, but it wasn't on Amazon to buy again because it must have been sold out. So I missed out on the discount. So I was like, it's just not meant to be right now. But yeah, no, it looks great.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I'll try and flip the conversation around a little bit here off the top of my head. What is your history with the God of War franchise?
Man, you can talk about God of War, the new one, if you want, because I want to hear about it. But I've played and beat all of 1 and 2 and Chains of Olympus on the PSP and part of Ascension and part of God of War 3, but I never beat God of War 3. And I heard that one was supposed to be really good.
Okay. And Matt?
Same as Jason, pretty much, except I ended with the Chains of Olympus on PSP.
Okay.
I played a bit of Ascension, but I never played God of War 3.
Wow, nice. Welcome to the club. Very exclusive.
All right, so I'm probably the least experienced God of War player here. I beat the first God of War when it came out on PS3, and I thought that game was phenomenal. Just really amazed that, wow, this game looks gorgeous, and I love the mix of action and puzzle solving, and the quick time events for the time were very fresh and new. And then I played God of War 2, and I felt like I kind of had my...
Don't say it.
Say what?
I keep going.
Don't you? Okay. I felt like I had my fill of God of War at that point.
Okay.
And I think, so I got halfway through, and then I ran into some weird technical issues, and I stopped the game. And then when God of War 3 came out, I picked that up, and I got about halfway through and just kind of stopped. I was also I think I'm done. I've had my fill of this action and this mix of puzzle solving. It just kind of felt samey to me.
Yeah.
God of War 4, I guess, well, it's not God of War 4, it is God of War 2018. The new God of War PS4. I had no interest in picking up this game until the reviews came out and people were saying oh, this is game of the generation material. And then I looked into it more and was like, oh, this doesn't look anything like God of War. That's awesome.
Yeah,
actually. For sure. And they've changed so much about what this game is and what the franchise is, who Kratos is, from just Kratos as a character is so different in this one. It's
well, he is a character for a change.
Yeah. He's not just an angry dude killing everything. There is logic and reason behind what he does, and he fights as a means to an end. He's not fighting because he's angry. He's fighting for a purpose. And they kind of address a lot of what made Kratos problematic in the first series through his son, Atreus, who's like this really young kid who's kind of naive. He doesn't really understand the ways of the world in terms of like what death means and what like and fighting, and he gets his emotions get in the way of making sound decisions. So like here's Daddy Kratos trying to teach him the right way because we know he's gone through some stuff, and it's actually really cool how they address kind of the issues of the first games into this new one.
Good. No, I mean that's what I heard, and I think bigger issue in general is that's what a lot of games need to do, like redefine to make it relevant.
Yeah,
that's right.
And so they changed a lot. So it's gonna flip back around to what I had before. Let me see if I can see this in real time. Yep. Okay. So some of the big like gameplay changes. It's not a fixed camera anymore. You are playing behind the back of Kratos, which allows them to do some stuff, make it a little more open world. It's not really open world. I think it's open world in the same sense of like, have you guys played Rise of the Tomb Raider at all?
Yeah. Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like that, where like, yes, in general there's a path, but there's this large map and you can explore it and find items and chests and secrets. And so having that freedom kind of makes the world come to life, and it feels a lot less like I'm running through a linear video game level, and I like that exploration in this, even though it's not like a major part of the game. I think the weird thing I'm still trying to come to grips with is combat, and not having it be an action game with behind the shoulder camera, but it doesn't have any sort of like Z targeting. Does make it kind of weird to hit people, but I am starting to get used to it. I do really wish it had that, but like playing the game, it seems like everything is mapped to something else.
Yeah.
One thing I love, his like weird chain sword things he doesn't have in the game. He has this axe, and what makes it super different is that it kind of acts like Thor's hammer, where he can throw it and then like call it back. So you can do these crazy combos of like hit them with the axe a few times, throw the axe, and then punch and kick them, and then pull the axe back. And so you can create some really cool combos with that. Though it does.
Yeah, I've heard that's a cool part too, is that you can throw the axe as an attack, but then do other things while you're waiting for it to come back, or else it's stuck in the enemy, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you lobbing into his chest, and it just sticks there.
Yeah.
So can you, like, are you still leveling up, getting new combos and stuff? Like, how does that work?
Yes. As you play, you get XP, which you can spend on different upgrades to your axe. You can upgrade Atreus, so when you hit the square button, he shoots arrows, and he has like a set number of arrows. So on the bottom right, you can see the counter of arrows that he's using. His arrows do damage, and they also like cause the enemy to look the other way. So you're trying to balance between like fighting with the axe, fighting without the axe, plus also using him to fire shots so that the enemy's looking the other way. And so you can upgrade him so that his arrows do more damage, or he gets more arrows, or they refill faster.
Nice. So I know it's pretty early, but are we thinking Game of the Year material?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really see. I should have streamed this in 1080p, but holy crap, the game looks amazing.
Yeah.
The story is really catching me off guard with how much I'm invested in it. I think, like, I never really played God of War's games for the story, but this is a really good one that's actually really serious and takes its... it does a really good job of trying to tell the story about Kratos and why he's in this world, and I'm just starting to get to the point of, like, how the hell did he get into Norse mythology? And they're starting to get to that now. I'm not going to spoil it.
Is it like it's actually the same Kratos? I just assumed it was just different.
So I haven't quite gotten there yet, but they are starting to reveal the nature of Kratos in this universe.
Cool. I was hoping they would do that. Yeah, I was hoping it wasn't just... I mean, I'd be fine with just a reboot. Like, hey, here he is now in Norse. But no, that's cool. Like that.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a full reboot. Oh, okay. I shouldn't say anymore.
Yeah. What did you think? What did you think of the change from the Greek mythology to the Norse mythology? Like, does that have is it a huge deal, or does it just feel normal, natural?
They haven't really touched on that too much yet, but I am at a point where like it's starting to matter now.
Okay.
And it gets into spoiler territory, but I will say it's cool. I've just been replaying, like, this is like the first boss you will fight. It's not really that spoiler. Like, spoilers, there's a big dude. Like, that's in every God of War game.
I imagine there's a few of those.
Yeah. I'm just assuming that Kratos just killed everyone, so he just went to the next pantheon and said, "I'll start from here."
Yeah. And yeah, the main story of this game is that Kratos' wife / Atreus' mom has recently passed away, and her dying wish is to have her ashes spread at like the top of this mountain. And so this whole adventure is trying to get to this top of the mountain, and they run into crazy stuff like this along the way. And Kratos realizes that his son is probably not ready for this type of fight, so he's going to have to grow up real fast. Well, Kratos tries to teach him to not make the same mistakes he did when he was still an old man killing Greek gods instead of Norse gods, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes. Huh. I wonder what... No, never mind. I was going to say, I wonder why they wanted to add the... You said his name was Atreus or whatever? I wonder why they wanted that aspect. Because, I mean, it definitely changes the dynamic. And it's not just like an extra person to play as. It adds, I don't know, depth, maybe? That's what they're looking for?
I think it gives him someone to, like, bounce off of and develop his character other than just, like, here's bad guys I'm only going to kill. I have no one to talk to, no one to connect with. And so very much the Joel and Ellie effect, or Marcus and Dom from Gears of War, though that one wasn't really that good.
At least they're there, yeah.
And I think that further speaks to the studio wanted to flesh out Kratos for a change, right? Because he was just sort of this angry, one-dimensional character in all the other games, and now they've given him a whole bunch of stuff to play off of.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking with that thought, like, I could compare the game to, like, Breath of the Wild, where it is kind of running around killing stuff in a big open world. And I guess it's very quiet. You just hear music and that's it. Definitely changes the atmosphere.
Yeah, everything about the production of this game is top-notch, maybe best-looking video game ever material at this point.
Nice.
Really?
My video capture does not do it justice. And I'm sure if you're playing on the PlayStation 4 Pro, it'll be even better.
Nice. So is it worth the investment to buy week one?
I would say yes.
Oh, gotcha.
I was not planning on getting this, and then I saw the reviews, and I saw people talk about it, and I was like, oh man, I have to get this. And so I had some credit left over on my Edge card, and I just cashed that in, and so I paid like $12 for this game. For $12, it's incredible.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's amazing.
With a generation for $12, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Huh. I guess I'll buy it today. I'll just tell Laura you told me to do it. So.
Sure.
Thanks for the excuse.
Yeah. Just tell her to at me, and then I'll just block on the side.
Anytime, yeah.
Matt, do you have any interest, or do you have any plans of picking up God of War?
Yeah, no, 100% I do. It's just not something I've done yet. It's one of those things where I know I'm going to sink a ton of time into it, so I'm just kind of picking the right time to start it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I think that's definitely, in the adult life, that's definitely a thing to consider.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with a game like this, you want to... I mean, I don't know about you guys, but my thing with games like this is I want to play it all in as small of a time as possible to get the full experience. It's not something that I want to start and then, I can't play it again for another week or something. Or,
right.
You want to stay as enveloped in the story as you can. So, again, it's just kind of picking the right time to start it.
Yeah, I hear you.
The right time is now.
Sorry,
yeah, I mean, that's probably a whole other conversation completely, but this idea of staying in the zeitgeist of things, like God of War is super hot right now, people are still talking about it, and there's absolutely a value in, like, having that knowledge of, I played this game when it was hot and was able to be in that conversation. And
like we should have been for this podcast. Yeah.
I thought at least one of you guys
stop
was
making fun of
game.
us.
I know Jason made it clear, but I thought Matt, you would have had it too. But that's okay.
It's okay. It was still relevant. So
yeah.
So Andy from Biff Bam Pop, he got it as a review copy, and he has it on the PS4 Pro. and he said it's phenomenal. He said it's unbelievable. And Jet, further to your comment, definitely either one of, if not the best looking games he's ever played. So, I mean, I'm looking at it now. It's not even HD, and it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, so I was thinking too. I was like, it runs so smoothly. Like, look at the wheat grass on the ground. Oh man.
Yeah.
But even the background. I mean, the shadow and the fog.
Yeah.
And the trees
You're right.
Background. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's cool, and you can tell like when he slams down, like that stuff flies up, and then it just kind of blows around.
Yeah.
It's really neat. Like the flame, I guess. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. All right.
Looks good.
Any other questions for me about God of War before you head into it at some point in time?
How many hours have you put into it, and how many do you think you will put into it?
Oh, man. I've heard the game takes like 30 hours to beat.
That's what I've heard, yeah. Like main completion, non-completionist style, about 25 to 30 hours. But I think at that point, nobody had finished it completionist style, so I'm just curious as to what you think.
Yeah, I'm about 3 hours in. There's... Okay, I don't want to spoil where I am. I stopped at a very specific point in the story that,
I mean, it only came out like 2 days ago. So.
Yeah, I only got to play.
You're gonna be that far. Yeah.
I only got to play it on Friday night, so whatever. No, I did stream. I did play a little bit after the stream on Friday, but that was pretty much all I played. And I think I have a good idea of how it plays, and I hope it stays at this level of quality.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. I mean, the reviews are to be believed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I imagine it gets better as it goes along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Matt, you were talking about like how long going to play it. Are you the type of person that values long video games?
It depends. Again, I think when I was a little younger, I was, but now that I'm adulting and all that stuff, I find that sometimes I want to take the most direct route through a game. But then I play something like The Witcher 3, and you almost have to search for things and sort of finish all the side quests and whatever. Like I said, at one point, I actually had to stop myself. I was like, man, I gotta stop playing this game. I played it for too long. I have to do something else.
Yeah.
So I think it goes both ways for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I kind of agree, but I think a game could be however long. It just needs to be good. So like if it tells its story and it's done in like an hour and it was worth like $20, if it's cool, I think it's worth it.
100%. Yeah. Like I played Severed on the Vita, and I started that game and I said, oh yeah, this is pretty good. And then I think 2 weeks later I'd platinumed it and I got everything in the game. And at the end I was like, oh man, this is great. And it took a long time, but I loved playing it. It was fun, and yeah, I mean, so there's some games I can say that about, and other games where I just want to get through it and see the experience. But
yeah, no, totally agree. I think that's what makes games cool. They can be long, short, whatever, and still love them.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I think we will wrap up the show then. All right, that should have switched the camera. I need to stop talking behind the scenes. One day I will get smooth at switching these cameras and stuff. And it'll
load the video in advance. Yeah, no, you're doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed. I got your names now at the bottom of the screen.
I did.
Yeah, it's great.
I saw it type in as it was coming up live.
Now I finally know which one of you is Jet and which one of you is Jason.
Yeah, I was too afraid to ask. It's been so long.
Yeah, I guess for those watching at home, this is the first time Matt and Jason have seen each other's faces. So
that's true. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to each other for years, but yeah, Jason's in California. Matt is in Toronto. I haven't seen Matt in a while in person, but I've seen him in the last few years. I think I might have actually seen Jason last in Vegas that one time.
Vegas? That was still like so many years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, the last time we got together, Jet, was I think we played Wii U. We were doing the Zelda archery and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Wii U had just come out, and
that's right.
We were playing Nintendo Land.
God.
That was actually
so that's the last time we saw it. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time.
And I was like, man, I can't wait to see what else Nintendo does with this crazy gamepad. And the answer was nothing. They did nothing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. Yep. You can experience the Wii U in all of its glory from literally all the ports that are coming to the Switch.
Matt, by chance, do you have a Switch?
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's just another console that, I would probably like to have and I would probably play, but I just don't have time to. So
that could be a topic for next time, because I feel like the Switch is such a hot button thing. Everyone loves it, but honestly, it doesn't have an amazing amount going for it right now. But I think, I take that back. It has some great stuff, but like it's not like the be all end all. Like, I mean, if I was pick a console that I'm looking at right now, like I would still play the PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love my Switch. I have a ton of games on it. That said, I think 2018's been really quiet on the Switch so far. In terms of exclusive content, I played Celeste on there, which at this point, we'll see what happens with God of War, but Celeste is my game of the year right now. But you can play that on everything. Celeste is phenomenal. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I should pull up some more video of Celeste. While we were talking about
I want to see it.
Oh man. So Jason, have you played it all? Matt?
I have not played Celeste, no.
Oh man.
No, I've seen it on the Wii or the Switch. I just haven't played it.
Do you guys know what it's about?
There's a girl.
Okay. Let me pull up some video. You guys, it's gonna take me a second. Talk about something.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh.
So the problem with me mainly was since I switched where I was living, I stopped taking public transit. So I drive everywhere I go now. So before I used to play my 3DS, I used to play my Vita, I used to play a bunch of stuff. Now I don't have the time. I mean, unless I play it in traffic, which doesn't necessarily work. So.
Oh, since the last time we all spoke, I actually did get a Vita. Like, what should I play?
Vita. Yeah, I think you jumped on a sinking ship, Jay, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, well, actually, someone just gave it to me, so it's very gracious. But yeah, what should I play?
Well, so again, Severed is fantastic. It's like a cartoony, almost in the style of like a Legend of Grimrock, like a dungeony.
Oh, I remember that game. Yeah.
Yeah. But awesome, really cool, and really intuitive swipe commands.
Oh, this is a touchscreen?
Yeah, you attack.
Oh, nice.
It's almost like a cross between Legend of Grimrock and Fruit Ninja, if that makes sense.
Legend of Fruit Ninja. Okay.
Yeah, basically. And then I don't know what else. I mean, there's like the original Uncharted game that launched with it. That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, the
ton of
sort of.
Yeah, a ton of indies. A lot of the free PlayStation games get ported on, or the PlayStation what's it called Plus games, the free games of the month.
Yeah.
They're actually stopping the Vita games soon.
I know, in March. It's going to be sad.
Yeah. But a lot of the games that they put out for PlayStation Plus are really good too. They've got even like Guacamelee on the Vita, which is really good.
Yeah, I played that one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of, obviously right now I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there's a ton of them. So maybe a topic for another.
No, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm seeing the Celeste video, and no offense, Jed, I want to play it less now because I do not like Super Meat Boy.
Oh, okay. So, I don't like Super Meat Boy either, but okay, what do you not like about Super Meat Boy?
Okay, I don't mind challenge, but I don't like games that are incredibly challenging because I usually play a game to relax. And then
hard for the sake of being hard.
Out. Yeah, like I don't mind them, and like the genre itself is cool. It's just like it's not my favorite because I get maybe a little stressed out or upset, and then I don't want that.
A little too frantic.
Yeah, frantic. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So, all right, I'll still try and give you the pitch anyway. I'm generally not a Super Meat Boy fan either. This is one of those like challenge-based platformers where you're trying to go from point A to point B. If you're watching this is one of the boss levels where like the game actually has. Okay, I should probably take a step back. You are trying to climb a mountain. It's not really clear why you're trying to climb the mountain, but along the way, the game really deals with kind of anxiety and stress and how you cope. And so this character with the purple hair is like a physical manifestation of your inner demons, who is a recurring character in the game. And in this particular level, what she's doing is mimicking your movements like a second behind you. So you can't touch, you can't retrace your steps in this particular scenario.
Oh, you messed up. Oh.
Yeah. So it's about going from point A to point B, though the maps are multi-screen, and Super Meat Boy, it's more than one. Or it's just one screen at a time.
Yeah.
And so these are larger levels. They've got lots of secrets. And yes, it is pretty hard, but I think what put it over the top for me is all the story integration. Like, I think it's a beautifully written story about depression and anxiety and how to deal with such things. On top of being, like, a super challenging and fun game where, like, the main story of climbing the mountain and overcoming your demons is literally what you are doing in the game.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And so it's really fun. I think where it gets really hard is that you can unlock these levels called B-sides, where I can probably skip toward the farther end of this video, This is one of the early B-sides where it gets like insanely hard. And then I think if you go a step beyond that, I think there's C-sides, which are shorter, but they're like the most hardest thing ever. You don't have to play these insanely hard ones.
I'm looking at your video here, and I know we're a little bit behind, but I don't see like a life counter or anything. Do you just have unlimited lives?
Unlimited.
And you just dying and restarting?
Yeah.
That's good.
Cool.
And so at the end, it'll show you how many times you died, but there's no penalty for that. The game's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Each time you die, it's just like another opportunity to learn how to get better.
It makes you feel bad.
It doesn't shame you for that.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's for me still. the pitch 100%, but this might not be a Jason game.
Fair enough.
Just get the story in a book, and you'll be okay.
So
yeah, just tell me what it happens, and I'll be
what you can actually do is the game has a bunch of different settings to make it easier. So you can do things like give yourself an extra air dash, or be able to cling to walls longer, or actually make yourself fully invincible.
Wow, nice.
So
yeah, that would help.
If you just want to experience the story on your own terms, you can do that. And the only difference is they put some sort of marker beside your level progress, but it doesn't punish you in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
So as you can see, like I've tried to play this level like 24 times, and I'm still dying like crazy. But I think I do eventually get through this.
I hope so. Is this the B-side level you're talking about?
Yes, this is a B-side level. It's considerably harder than the main game. And you do not have to play these. I think in this level, I died over 400 times and did not finish it.
God.
But, I mean, throughout the entire game, I maybe died like 1,200 times? Which sounds like a lot, but I still beat the game in like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you die in like 10 seconds and you're back in 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that when you can die and then you're right back. Like you start right. There's no cutscene or anything like that. It's just great. It just puts you right back at the beginning and you just try.
Yeah,
good game design. Oh God, I kind of do want to play just so I can get past this level.
I know, right?
Yeah, like I'm sure it's harder than it looks, but I'm like, come on, Jet, like just go there. Oh, you made it, yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I'm watching it.
He's gonna die. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it's very cool, and I think if the difficulty's a problem, like turn on the custom settings and tweak it to something that feels more comfortable to you, and go from there. And you can turn them on and off at any time too. So in this level, I could have just like made it super easy and ran through it.
That's not the point, though.
But yeah, Celeste. God of War is going to have a tough time topping this one for my game of the year, but we will see.
Cool. Can't think of anything else that's coming out that would really be super grand.
Yeah, what else is out this year? Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead. Yeah.
While we're here, I guess I can make a confession. I did not like Red Dead Redemption.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was cool.
I got bored of it real quick.
Yeah,
I really liked it.
I did not beat it, but I really enjoyed it.
No, I did beat it, and I think obviously no spoilers, but I think the ending of that game. Do you know how it ends, even though you didn't beat it?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So playing through the ending of that game is I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool. Like that's a good way to do it. So.
Yeah,
I'm sure the next one will be great. I mean, it's Rockstar. It's going to be good.
Yeah. I think that game's got such a following, they can't afford to screw that up, so they're going to do it right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my big challenge with Red Dead is that I don't really care about Western-themed stuff, anything, pretty much. So if you take that exact game and put it in present day, and I think it's one of the greatest games ever, and that's Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, I was going to say, so Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, just sub out the cars, put in horses, and like, nah, this is trash.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite. I like Western style stuff, so I think that's probably why I liked it so much.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan, but I guess it's not bad. No, I don't not mind it.
Yeah.
Oh, Spider-Man, that one could be good. I'm looking up.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man's good too.
Yeah,
that finally got a release date. Could dig Spider-Man. Hey, Jed, are you gonna get Nintendo Labo?
No, not at this point. Though I am getting more intrigued by it as I hear people talk about it. My big thing is that I am not much of a crafty person at all. I struggle putting together IKEA furniture. So looking at these cardboard creations taking hours at a time, like I wouldn't do very well with them.
Yeah.
Like
they're making a Guacamelee too. Yeah.
I would like someone to make them for me, and then I'll play the mini games.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have no interest in building that stuff.
True.
I think it's cool that it exists, though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think for what it is, that's pretty amazing. Like I watched a random YouTuber do an event with like you had a lot of kids and like Nintendo people there, and I was like, yep, that's who it's for. Like that's really cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was
input output. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. No, that looks really neat. Speaking of games, I thought it was a joke. When they first announced it, I thought for sure Rock Band was going to be a joke.
Really?
That game. Yeah. I was like, that game cannot be real. There's no way they're going to do all that. And then there it was.
I mean, they'd already set the precedent with Guitar Hero, and then I was just like, okay, well, it's a drum set and a mic. That doesn't seem like that much of a stretch. Yeah. But I was like, how much is this going to cost? And the answer is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, too, the thing about Guitar Hero is that with the guitar, I mean, it was still kind of a game. Like, it was still a buttony pressing, timing game or whatever. But, and I'm speaking personally as someone who actually plays the drums, but the drums in Rock Band are not like real drums. And I think it throws me off being someone who actually plays real drums. So I don't know what it was about it, but it just, I don't know. I could see the guitar being the game part, but when it came to the drums, I didn't enjoy it.
Okay, that's interesting. I went the other way around and I learned how to play drums through Rock Band. And is it the placement of stuff that makes it weird for you?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like maybe the positioning of like where your snare would be versus your hi-hat, and they're like your snare's on the left and your hi-hat in Rock Band is on the right versus on a regular drum set, the hi-hat would be over across the other side and you're actually drumming like this versus like this.
That's right. And interestingly enough, I've seen people actually map their electric drum kits, like full-on like studio electric drum kits to Rock Band and play it in the normal setup. And I just don't have the patience to do that. But I'm sure if I did, it might change my opinion.
But then you might as well just be playing drums. Like,
well, exactly.
Huh. Nice.
Do you still have your Rock Band instruments or Guitar Hero instruments by chance?
I do.
Where are they right now?
That's what I'm trying to think.
Garage somewhere.
Okay. Mine are in a box under the stairs where they'll probably sit for as long as they are still alive.
Nice.
I keep telling myself, I keep them because I keep telling myself, like, one day I'm going to want to play this again. And
yeah, exactly. Or I think, like, one day I'm going to host a party and someone's going to go, let's play Rock Band, so I got to keep it.
The reality is no one's ever going to say that.
No one's ever going to say that. That's the bad thing.
Yeah.
You fell off. This is intriguing.
I know. I'm like trying to keep up with the conversation, but I'm watching.
Yeah, game I wanted to shout like, "Oh, you made it!" But, yeah. Okay. We should move on.
Yeah, I think we can wrap things up from here. So, before we go, we should plug some stuff. Matt, anything you'd want to shout out?
So I'm still, like I said, with Biff Band Pop, I've been doing some reviews there. It's been a little bit slower just because work's been a bit busy, but I put an MLB The Show review up recently. And in terms of reviews, that's about it right now. But one thing, I'll turn my computer and show you guys, which we can save for another day. But I bought a 3D printer.
Oh, nice.
So I've been doing a lot of stuff with that. And again, that's a topic for another day, but it's pretty awesome.
Also, we messed up. We had a chat. Someone messaged us in the chat, and I just saw it now.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Jenna. Shout out to you.
Oh, my Skype window was covering it up. Sorry, Jenna.
That's okay. Steph has gotten really into cosplay, and
nice.
So, like, we go to Fan Expo and stuff, and when we watch the competitions, some people are now using 3D printed stuff. And Steph, you need to get on this. And we recently went to the library, and they have a 3D printing studio that you can use for free. I'm like, you need to.
Oh, nice. Nice. So, we're having a friend come over in about a month for a convention as well, and he has a 3D printer, so he's printing out our cosplay stuff for us.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm gonna go as Soldier 76 from Overwatch. So he's printing out the gun, and he's like, "Hey, Jay, like this gun is big." I'm like, "Okay, how big?" And he's like, "No, it's like a full size gun." And so I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that's gonna be pretty cool. But he's also printing out for Laura. She's gonna be May, like the ice person, and she has that little like robot person. So he's printing that out for her, and he's gonna install like I think lights so the eyes like light up.
That's awesome.
Pretty cool. But yeah, and I was like, "Are you sure you can do all that?" He's like, "Oh yeah, just I put the filament in and the machine does it for me." I was like, "Oh, okay, so, pretty cool."
Yeah, it's awesome. It's actually way easier than I thought it would be. I mean, I built this thing right from scratch almost, and I'm not like a super mechanically inclined guy, but yeah, much easier than I thought it was, and I've had very little, like almost no issues with it. So
yeah, no, that's cool. I remember going to CES all those years during the podcast too, and like 3D printers like every year just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and you could just see the progress. Like they used to be all gross and like QB, and then like the recent ones had like legit like curved furniture. Someone printed out a 3D printed guitar set or a drum set, and like all this stuff. I was like, wow, this is cool tech.
Yeah, it's kind of the way of the future. I've watched videos where they have one that does concrete and they 3D print houses.
Oh my god.
That's great. I mean, a little more work other than the concrete, but they can do a house. I think it's like $15,000 in 24 hours, and they have a house built.
That's amazing.
So, that is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
God. Insane.
Jason, how about you? Anything to shout out?
Not anything too crazy. I'm trying to do streams every Tuesday. So stream Tuesday. I think it's J606 at Twitch. I'll link it and all my blog stuff too. But yeah, looking at those PS1 mascots. I already have the next couple games picked out. Yeah, there's a crocodile. If you know that game, I'll leave it at that. So we'll play it on Tuesday and you can see.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna have to subscribe to you on Twitch.
I'm literally just doing that right now. So.
Yeah, I should do that too. And as for me, definitely check out the website inthirdperson.com. You'll find all the stuff there, the stuff that I write, all the video stuff I do. I've gotten some retro streaming up. So the last retro game I streamed was NBA Jam on the Super Nintendo.
That's so fun.
And I will be streaming more, mostly Super Nintendo stuff for now, but I do have a PlayStation ready to go. I need to find... I have GameCube stuff ready to go. I played some Super Monkey Ball. And,
nice. No, I watched that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that game is... It's weird because that original game is... I find it very uneven. Like, the core concept of it is so good, but the structure of it is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you get the easy mode. Like, the arcade mode is, like, 10 levels. Normal is 30, and hard is like 70. But like, I can beat the easy stuff no problem. Then you get to normal mode, and I die within the first 10 to 12 levels, and there's another 20 levels I will never get to play because I can't reach it.
Yeah. To be perfectly fair, I feel like I played most of the side games more than anything else. And I don't know if it was the first one or the second one, but they have that boxing game was really fun. And then I think I saw your stream, you did mini golf too, and that was really awesome. So I feel like those games are the good ones. Oh, thanks for the subscribe.
Yeah. Oh man, still showed on screen. Oh, because my buttons are mapped to. I should have them mapped on other things. Anyway, yeah, no problem. And so that's gonna do it for today. I apologize for keeping you guys here for so long because you were on for like an hour before streaming.
Oh, that's fine.
But
that's okay.
I think this looks cool. We'll make this better.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll have videos like queued up in advance so I can switch through things more smoothly, and I hope it's a better viewing experience for everybody watching now and watching later. So, until next time, I'm Jet, Jason on the right, Matt in the middle, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.